Okay, hi guys, welcome back to another video with Pratham Test Prep. This is your host Sanjeev Bhatia again, and we are back with a new video on your CLAT versus CUET. As you know that this year a lot of people have written their CUET, and what are these 5-year law courses that are available under the CUET category? If you are someone who's watching this from 11th standard, this is a golden opportunity to pick up legal studies as a subject. Right. So if you are planning to get some law schools from CUET, then you should have legal studies in your 11th and 12th standard. That is a basic requirement that you will be going forward for CUET. Right. So there are a lot of similarities and differences in CLAT and CUET. So we will discuss about all of them today and what are these courses that are available in colleges that you can go for and the universities that are coming under the CUET category for 5-year law integrated programs, and what is the preparation strategy and what you need to study for your exams. We will discuss everything in detail today. Now, coming to the first part is that if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit on the like, share and subscribe button, and also hit on the bell icon for those regular updates. And if you are not a part of our Telegram channel, do make sure that you subscribe to our Telegram channel and make sure that you are watching all the videos regularly. Now, coming to the next part is that what is CUET, right? So now test will be conducted by the National Testing Agency, that is called the NTA, right? So this year they have been conducting exams and they're still going on and they will be ending soon. And it is a computer-based examination, which is an online test. And it is being conducted from the first week of July till the mid of August. So this is the timing of this exam that has been picked up in 2022. So you can see that 2022 is the benchmark for this examination because this is the first time the CUET examination has happened in India for all these central universities, right? So now this is a very, very important news for all of you to understand. Now, will CUET affect the other exams? No, CUET hasn't affected any exams this year also. If you see, all the exams happened on their time and there was no problem in happening of any of these exams. CLAT, AILET, SLAT, LSAT, NMLAT, CULLE and MHCET all happened on time. And this year in 2023, the CLAT exam will happen on 18th of December 2022. So CUET will definitely not affect any of these national examinations that are there for law. So if you are planning to give CLAT, AILET or any other law entrance exam, then CUET will not affect any of your examinations because it's going to happen towards the end of the month of July or the first week of August. So that is the dates that we have seen for CUET, and other examinations like AILET will happen in the month of May. SLAT will also happen in the month of May. LSAT generally happens in the month of April. NMLAT, CULLE and MHCET all happens near the month of August. Also, the MHCET examination just happened on 2nd of August. So definitely a lot of students who might have written the exam must understand it now. Now, what are these central universities that are providing the 5-year law program under the CUET? That is also something that you need to understand, that are you even aiming to go to these colleges? There are some of the central universities from states like Central University of Kashmir, University of Assam, Central University of South Bihar, Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University, Lucknow Banaras Hindu University, Northeastern Hill University in Shillong, Rajiv Gandhi University in Arunachal Pradesh, right, and Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya in Sagar, right, University of Allahabad, IIMT University in Meerut, BMN Munjal University in Haryana for BBA and BA LLB honors both. Jagannath University in Jaipur is also providing a BBA LLB and a BA LLB course. These are all integrated courses. Most of the universities are providing BA LLB and BBA LLB honors course. So if you are wanting to pursue an integrated course from any of these central universities, you need to apply for the CUET exam. Now, what is the admission criteria for Banaras Hindu University? So if you are looking to get into BHU, so they have said that they will be taking the admissions on the basis of CUET and what they are expecting you to do. So domain, general and option languages are mapped to the program. So the first test that you have to give is the English or the Hindi language test. The second will be the legal studies, that is the domain subject that you need to have. And you can only pick up a domain when you have that subject in your 11th and 12th standard. So if any one of you is wanting to go to Banaras Hindu University, then you need to have legal studies as a subject in your 11th and 12th standard so that you can apply for the CUET exam under the legal studies and also give that paper. So if any of the candidates who haven't applied for English language or legal studies will not be eligible for the sitting in the BHU exam or applying for BHU even, right? So that is something that you need to understand. Now, what is the criteria for BM and Mujal? So they have said that they will be taking, the candidates are required to complete one of the following exams, that is CLAT, LSAT, BMU, SCAT or SAT, right? So BM and Munjal is very open about it, and they have said that they can come up with the general test also in the CUET exam. So that is something that they will be considering as the admission criteria for BM and Munjal. So if you are wanting to go about AMU or Aligarh Muslim University and Jamia Millia Islamia, so what are you planning to do? So colleges under CUET, but they will not be taking admissions for 5-year law through CUET, right? So there are some of the courses that by AMU and Jamia that will be under the category of CUET, but 5-year law admissions will not happen through CUET. So you have to appear in their own exams if you are planning to go for the law entrances in Aligarh Muslim University and Jamia Millia. तो किसी को भी जाना है तो CUET के अंदर कुछ courses आएंगे. But if you want to go for a 5-year law degree in any of these two colleges, they will take their own entrance exam and you have to appear for those entrance exams also. Now coming to the next part is that what is the exam pattern looking like? So if you see the language subject, the domains, right? So the first section 1A are the languages. Right, so there are 13 different languages that are there, but English and Hindi are a part of this section 1A, and section 1B also has some of the different languages that are there, that is Persian, Urdu, and all these other languages that are there. So what are the number of questions that you need to attempt, right? So there will be 40 questions that needed to be attempted out of 50 questions that are present in the question paper. So there will be a reading comprehension based on factual, literary and narrative basis. And also they will check your literary aptitude and vocabulary also. So that is the kind of exam pattern that you will find in CUET also if you would have seen the papers. So now the section 2 is domain. There are 27 domain subjects, which also includes legal studies, geography, history, economics, business studies. So all of these subjects are a part of domain. So you can pick up 6 subjects in under your domain. So there are total 9 exams that you can give under the CUET, including the language and the general test. So you can pick up 6 domains as desired by the applicable university that you're trying to go to, right? So there will be 40 questions that will come out of, and you have to answer out of 50 questions. So that is something that you will be comfortable with if you have studied for your NCERT based examination, that is your CBSE board examinations also. Now coming to the next part is general test. So general test is an aptitude based examination that will be taken as the last part of your entrance exam for CUET. So there will be 60 questions that needed to be attempted out of 75 questions that are there in the paper. There will be questions on general knowledge, current affairs, general mental ability, numerical ability, quantitative reasoning, which will have basic mathematics like arithmetic, algebra, geometry, mensuration, and all the things that are taught till grade 8. Logical and analytical reasoning will also be a part of the exam. So if you are planning to go for all of these entrances, you can definitely call Pratham Test Prep on 5x9 75392, and we will be happy to help you. If you want to know about these things in detail and incline it according to your personality also, we will help you to understand what is the best career path you can pick according to your own self. Now, if you have opted for CUET and you want to go for CUET, what are the things that you are you should do. So first is that most students are planning to go for CUET have opt for 3 basic things. First is their language test, that is Hindi or English. Then you can choose from your domain subjects according to the kind of courses you are planning to go for, and also check the eligibility criteria of all the universities that you are planning to apply. Because under CUET, all the universities have their own way of taking an admission, and they have their own way of asking about the domain subjects, right? So if you are going for economics, so they might ask you to give a domain of maths also, right? So you need to check what is the exact eligibility that you need to form if you want to go to any of these colleges and fill those domain subjects. And you can only fill those domain subjects when you have studied those domains in your class 12 also. So do make sure that you are selecting these domain subjects very, very carefully, right? So the next section that will come is section 3, that is the general test. So general test is very, very important. If you are someone who's planning to go for aptitude-based law examinations like CLAT, AILET, SLAT, MHCET, CULET. So all of these examinations will have aptitude-based exams and questions. So like logical reasoning, mental ability questions from mathematics also will be a part of your exam. So if you are planning to go for them, you have to prepare for the general test and the aptitude-based examinations also. That will be helpful for the other papers too. Now, if you are planning to go for the legal studies exam, and what will be a part of your domain-based subject. So in class 12, you will study legal studies, and legal studies will have topics like judiciary, which will talk about different courts all across the country, right? Like the lower courts, district courts, Supreme Court, high courts, all of these, like how it functions, what is the appointment of judges takes place, how is the appointment of chief justice takes place. All of these things will be covered under the judiciary. Next is topic 2 is topics of law, that is contracts, torts, criminal law, where you will be told the basic of contracts, difference between a contract and an agreement, what are the essentials of a contract, different type of torts, and criminal law, which will also define murder, homicide, culpable homicide, culpable homicide, and also rape, and different types of criminal laws that are there. Next is property and administration law will also be a part of it. Arbitration, tribunal, and ADR. Arbitration is outside the court settlement, and also alternate dispute resolution is something which is called ADR. So they will teach you that also, that what kind of dispute resolution methods can be adopted in a country for going around and giving justice to the people all across. Next is human rights in India. They will talk about all the human rights and what are the laws that are there to protect the human rights in the country of India. And they will also talk about legal profession in India, and also about ethical code of conduct that is required by a person while practicing law in the country. And also they will talk about the international context towards the end. That is something which is very, very interesting to know, how the laws are functioning on the international level also. So that is the brief of the course of legal studies. You can also watch our videos that we have made on judiciary and other topics also, that will help you to understand what are the topics that you can study for your class 12 legal studies. Now, what are the similarities of CUET with CLAT? So there are subjects like quantitative reasoning, general knowledge with current affairs, and legal studies will all help you in the exam of CLAT. So if you are preparing for CUET and you are also giving the general test, then definitely you are preparing for CLAT also on the same ground. And if you are preparing for CLAT, you need to add up legal studies as a part of your course if you plan to go for CUET. And you should also have your legal studies as a part of your curriculum in class 11th and 12th. Then only you can appear for the CUET exam. This is something that you all need to remember. Now, the basics of both the exams are the same. Then you need to also remember that the basics are remembering the same. Language testing is an essential part of both the exams, because CLAT also involves a lot of reading, as CUET reading comprehensions and legal studies domain paper would have. So this is something which is very, very important, that language testing is a part of, very essential part of a legal examination. So do make sure that you are working on your English reading skills and also speaking skills. That is going to help you in the law schools immensely. Now coming to the next part, what is the difference between CUET and CLAT? So CLAT is more on comprehension based passages, whereas CUET is more direct. right? CLAT has more legal knowledge and application of principles, but CUET has more of legal studies. That is a different sector of law altogether. As far as assumptions, we can say that CLAT will be lengthier than CUET. That is what expected, and that is what is true. Right now, what we have seen in the paper, CLAT is a very, very lengthy exam as compared to CUET, but still CLAT has more to study from, and CUET is more about your domain subjects of legal studies. If you are planning to go for all of these colleges under the 5-year law course, then it is a merely a very different course from CLAT. So you need to make sure that you are inclining both of your preparations together by preparing for the general test, that is your aptitude, which is covered under CLAT, and also reading legal reasoning also, and also studying your legal studies for your class 11th and 12th. That will help you to definitely crack the CUET examination also, right? So should a law aspirant take CUET? Yes, if you have legal studies in your 11th and 12th and you want to try for the central universities, they are not as good as the national law schools and other private universities that are available under the same arena. But yes, you can definitely try to go for these courses under the CUET and give a shot to them also, right? So thank you for joining this live session. I hope you were able to understand that what are these 5-year law courses that are available under CUET and how you can go about it. So thank you for joining this live session. Do take care of yourself and have a nice day ahead.